Hey guys, and I am here with a kind of new video, something that I always kind of wanted to do, cause I love movies. I love watching them. I love critiquing them, and I love just saying trash things about them. And also just like the experience is great. Just getting my pile of movies. So I'm just gonna go through this pile. It's gonna be a kind of long video, I would think. Not really that long, but like 20 minutes, 1 minute for each film, something like that. And so yeah, let's get started. I've always wanted to do this in the channel, and just I know people don't say that maybe spreading out is the best idea at first, but I mean, I'm not gonna wait like 2 months when I think about ending this channel again. So let's start with Creed. Great film. When this was gonna come out, I was kind of cynical. Like, they're making another Rocky movie, and I've seen the Rocky movies. I was like 7, 8 when this came out. I didn't actually watch it till like 1 year. I didn't actually start watching it till like 1 year later, or like 2 years later, and no, 3 years later in 2018. I was able to watch a bit, but I couldn't watch the whole thing. And then earlier this year, I rented the film. I think maybe I just, my dad. I think my dad bought it, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to have this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course." It's Creed. It's a great film. I mean, it's amazing. It has kind of a... See, I didn't build... I have some comments for other films, but for this one, not. I mean, the emotional points hit so hard. They're able to make it so, they're able to make you care about the characters a lot. The character development is amazing, and I mean, it's just great to see them again, to see Rocky again is just great. Especially, I'm not a person who grew up watching Rocky, because I wasn't even born when it came out, but I've seen the Rocky movies. See, I even have the anthology, and I love him, and it's so kind of interesting to see him come back and train someone. He did that in the 5th film, but let's not talk about that for now. And older, just like kind of a shadow of his former self, I would say. With most of his friends just dead. It's really kind of sad, but you're happy to see him again. Great film. I recommend it a lot if you've watched the Rocky films, because if you haven't, you won't get it as much in this one. And I think there will be spoilers, so just watch out for that. Sylvester Stallone Rocky anthology. Fun fact: this anthology thing is messed up. I've taken better care of my other movies than I have this anthology thingy. And fun fact, I think I already said that. So somebody at at a kind of a, how do you call it? Somebody from a place called Oak Park, which is basically like a resident for like retired, people. Not really a nursing home, but kind of like a nursing home. I'm not sure. I mean, kind of like a nursing home. I mean, they take more care of themselves. So that, I mean, I've never been to a nursing home. I mean, is that a nursing home? I've never been to another one of those, so I can't really explain it that well. But it's kind of that. It's kind of luxurious, to be honest. I mean, like really, no, but like it still is. We'll start with Rocky Numero Uno. Nice film. Best Picture for 1976. It's really great. You feel for the characters. And I love it. It's just, there's not much to pick on this film. The boxing, I think, is great. The structure is, like, the pacing of it is a little bit more off. I mean, I haven't seen it in some time, but, like, I can still kind of remember that, like, the first, like, hour or so, like, how long is this movie? 120 minutes. So, like, first hour or so, hour and a half, it's just, like, so slow and, kind of boring at some points. Then, in the second half of the film, or in the later half, in the, kind of end in the film, it's so fast-paced. Just this to this to this to this, kind of. The characters are great. They introduce Rocky perfectly. They introduce all the characters perfectly, and I think it fit a lot. Rocky 2, Numero Dos, the rematch. Very entertaining. Do I think it's better than the first? No. This is when the character of Talia Shire, Joanne, I think, she starts, like, being, like, kind of annoying. Like, Rocky, don't do this, fine, don't do whatever. And it's just so repetitive among these movies that it's just kind of annoying, and, yeah, you can see where it comes from, but sometimes kind of not necessary. The fight was great, like they all are. All the fights are great, I think, except maybe fourth one. I'm not sure. And the plot of this is basically just like, you can tell this is kind of like, the first movie was successful. And we left it kind of on a cliffhanger. We can make more money from this. So this film was basically like, hey, we kind of didn't make such a satisfying ending, kind of. I mean, for me it was kind of satisfying. That's weird to say. Like, for me it was kind of satisfying. I don't see that. So they made this one. 1 minute shorter than the other one, I think. And it kind of shows you kind of like the struggle now that Rocky has to go through. Like, just like, do I, start making all this money and just, try to become something bigger? Or do I just like ignore, those rematch comments from just the press and all that? Rocky 3, really nice movie. Kind of like, it's kind of a lot like the first one, but with Mr. T. This one is kind of not Rocky, like, kind of, now that he has a legacy, kind of, he's like questioning, should he end? Which is like, Rocky, you've just been doing this for like what? A few years. I thought you loved boxing, and it's kind of weird. And I mean, when did this film? 1982. So, like, if these films took place like in real time, he would have been boxing for 6 years. Not too bad. No, not too bad. But by the way, I'm pretty sure they're not in real time, because Rocky 1 and 2 were probably successive films, but they were 3 years apart. I think all the films are 3 years apart except for the last 2. Really nice movie. Should pick it up if you don't have it. Do I think it's as strong as the other ones? Not really. I mean, it's just kind of like Mr. T, Rocky versus Rocky. See how that plays out, and more about, his legacy, and, do I think it really hit as hard, In this film, you weren't kind of rooting for him, because, like, it's Rocky. You were just kind of wanting to convince him. Like, there wasn't a big overall reason, really, why he was quitting boxing. Like, yeah, you've been boxing for 6 years, dude, but, like, okay, yeah, your brain and that, but you love it, I mean, okay, there may be some strong points. Joanne annoying him. And Rocky 4. That Cold War era movie, Rocky film, that, has a big Soviet guy, with a weird name. I mean, pretty sure, like, here's what it says. Rocky Balboa, Stallone, proudly holds the world heavyweight boxing championship, but a new challenger has stepped forward. Drago / Dolph Lundgren. Drago, that's just not a realistic name. 6'4". Does he look like a 6'4"? He does. He's pretty tall. He's amazing. 261-pound fighter who has the backing of the Soviet Union. This time, Rocky's training regimen takes him to the icy Siberia, where he prepares for a globally televised match in the heart of Moscow. But nothing can truly prepare him for what he's about to face. A powerfully charged fight to the finish, in which he must defend not only himself, but also the honor of his country. See, this is like patriotic Rocky film, basically. That's one word to explain it. When, Rocky 1 is like, right now, nostalgic, upcoming fighter, and, thriller, I don't know how to explain. Then Rocky 2, or underdog, against the big the big player in their game, and it's just like, will he defeat him? Rocky 2, that rematch, the person just trying to figure out where he's supposed to be in this. Rocky 3, Rocky against that big dude, big dude against that big dude, questioning if he should keep on boxing or his legacy, talking about his legacy, and that's what Rocky 4 is. Pretty nice movie though. Rocky 5. I'm pretty divided on this film. Really divided. Like, it's Rocky, coming back to his roots and all that, but, it's... Adrian is her wife. I was just reading this, the back. It's like, so Rocky, his wife Adrian / Tyler Shire. Oh God, I forgot. By the way, Sage Stallone. Some good things about this was that, the character interactions were great. Because it was like this family kind of, Tyler Share had been with Rocky, for so long. Not like, in a relationship, but like acting together and like, getting to know each other. This was in 1990, so they'd spent 14 years just knowing each other. And, it really shines, this one, but, you can really see the struggle. Do I think, I think it wants us to be, kind of rooting for all of them, but I'm not rooting for anyone because they're kind of unlikable in that they're fighting against each other in this. And that's what ruins the characters for me in this film. And Tommy Gunn, good enough character, it's like kind of generic, I would say, that. Not really, I mean, kind of only. It's what Rocky could have turned into, I think, if he, hadn't been more humble, and he's nice. I mean, I've taken only almost 20 minutes, which is basically what I said the video would be. Zootopia. This is one of my oldest discs that I have, and, it's a nice watch. Nothing too outstanding from it. Good enough. I haven't seen it in some time. Can't say too much about it. Invasive neighbors, or over the. I don't remember what this was called in English. That one with the turtle and the. Okay, I'm just gonna skip this one. I'll find it out later. Happy Feet. So we bought this at a garage sale. We didn't know though that the 3 languages, or maybe just the 2 languages, because there wasn't English, there wasn't Spanish either. I think it was only in French. And so, what the heck? So I've never watched this. Can't watch it because I don't speak French. I don't understand French. It'll be weird. When I started watching it, I was like, Mom, do you know what language this is? She's like, what is that? I'm sorry, I was just checking the time. And we're just kind of like, what is that? And then it's like, we go to see the subtitles, and it's like French. Oh, look! It's German football. Yay! It's great. You're gonna Borussia Dortmund already winning 2-1 against Union Berlin. So you're telling me I missed the first 40 minutes? Okay, by making this video, I'm sorry. I should have checked it. I was gonna check it. Pirates of the Caribbean. Don't remember which one it is. It's where Jack gets eaten by that big monster thingy. Can't say anything else about it though, because I haven't watched it in like 2 years. The Daddy Daycare. You know, double kind of the double feature. Daddy Daycare, great film, makes me laugh every time I watch it. You know, the kids just you know, they're like go free, and Eddie Murphy has so much chemistry with them. And who's the other guy in it? No. Jeff Garlin. Eddie Murphy and Jeff Garlin have so much chemistry with the kids, and the kids just act like kids, and it's so charming and just kind of like cute, and that's what I like about this. Now, Daddy Day Camp ruins everything. Yeah, Daddy Daycare had base level humor, but you know, you could get it. It was with, you know, 5-year-olds. You know, what else could you do with 5-year-old humor? But it was sweet enough that, you know, you could have that. Daddy Day Camp, though, was just the most... a disgrace to the first film. Just, you know, what the first film did so wrong, they just can't do in this one. Because the jokes aren't funny at all. The kids don't act funny. I mean, okay, maybe they acted funny in one scene, and they're just not good, you know, at doing it. And the kids are just not good actors. I mean, they didn't do what they were supposed to do kind of right, while the kids in Daddy Daycare did. That's kind of, you know, shows you how much this fails at this. And, you know, Eddie Murphy isn't there anymore. You know, Jeff Garlin is still. But, you know, still. The emotional points didn't hit that hard. And while Daddy Daycare they did. So, yeah. One great, one kind of bad. Reign Over Me, rated R film. This Is My Parents. We were gonna watch it in a family. Yes, I do watch some rated R film. It's still in the plastic. So, I mean, having only watched it once, can't say much about it. Avengers Endgame. Oh my god. Best movie experience of my life, probably. I mean, it won't be surpassed anytime soon, maybe never. I mean, this is just an incredible film. I mean, it's just so nostalgic to see, you know, all these characters unite again and just like fight Thanos. You know, I just remember in the theater, just when Captain America came in, when Captain America, you know, when Thanos was, you know, cutting Ragnarok, or like, putting Ragnarok into Thor's chest, and then his hammer just going towards someone. I'm like, this is Cap. It's going to Cap. And then, you know, you just see Cap just holding the hammer. I went crazy. Everyone in the theater went crazy. It was just great. The theater was just like, Cap is holding the hammer. And I was like, Captain America! Captain America! I mean, and I was like, come on, Cap! And it was just great. And when he was like, Avengers Assemble, and the portal scene, everyone was crying and cheering, crying with joy, and I was crying. I always cry when I see that scene. I'm like, see, it even makes me kind of cry a little bit when I just think about it, because it's so happy, and it's just evokes great memories, great film. So, yeah. Then Avengers Infinity War. I've got 3 out of the 4 Avengers films. I don't have the original one. Have the rest though. Nice, really nice film. Great film. Like it says on the back, epic event. It is. It's completely amazing. There were moments in Infinity War just like in Endgame. Especially when Cap showed up, everyone went crazy, and most people went crazy. I was like, yes. It took him 40 minutes, but still, characters were great. Everyone had their own little moment. I mean, everything was just great. The extras in this disc are great, just like an Endgame. So yeah, those two invoke great memories. Probably my 2 favorites from here. And then Avengers 2 Age of Ultron. Nice one. Nice pickup that, I've had since 2017, 2016. Really a film that I've had for so long, and probably the worst Avengers movie, but it's still a good movie. Oof, that went close. Oh, okay, sorry. Still a nice movie. Great movie. So yeah, the characters are great. I'm kind of sad to see Hulk go, but still. And the 3 Spider-Man movies. Let's start with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I saw this December 15th. The day it came out, I believe, I saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Maybe December 6th. Yeah, December 15th, I saw it. Great movie. I saw it close to my birthday. I'm not sure exactly when it came out. Maybe I just saw it in December 16th, not 15th. Because, I don't think it came out December 15th. I'm not sure. I saw it when it came out. Or maybe one day after. Great, lots of creativity in this film. Great characters. Just kind of fun to see all of them united. The special features are pretty nice. Not as nice as other films, but still good enough, Then a very recent pickup, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I told my parents that, I want a Spider-Man film, anyway. I'm kind of sad that I said any. Still grateful that they gave me one, but it was cheap at Best Buy, so they bought it. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's a kind of film that just started off really good. The character development, except for the villains kind of. The new Goblin, whatever he's called, started kind of good. Rhino just started as this guy, just generic villain, just screaming, ah, ah, just crazy. And Electro, he's just the cringiest, most outlandish, weirdest, villain ever in the MCU. That kind of took from, the great interaction between, Emma Stone and and Andrew Garfield. I'm sorry my voice is like this. I'm not sick. It feels so weird. That voice. And the original widescreen special edition Spider-Man. Oh, sorry. You know, this doesn't have the. It's kind of weird to see this movie and the special features that aren't they're just so different from what special features are now. And it's kind of fun. I forgot to put the Rocky movies in their anthology pack. So I'm gonna do that right now. Sorry for the disturbance. Get in there, Rocky. Okay. Sorry. And yeah, just really nice movie. Spider-Man. I think it's great. Favorite Spider-Man movie. The original. I think no one will ever beat it. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I think maybe not as rewatchable. Maybe I just Harry Potter complete 8-film collection. What I love about these movies is that they may not be as good as the books, but they still have great characters, obvious structure, great pacing, so consistent. They're just amazing. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. Something else that I love Harry Potter and Star Wars. I love Star Wars. Have no Star Wars films, but I don't need any Star Wars films now because they're almost all in Disney Plus. And I have that. Beethoven. We're coming to good dog movies and cringy, weird dog movies. Oh, okay. Those are the replays. Oh, it's Hertha Berlin, not Union Berlin. Okay, I'm sorry. And Beethoven. Really nice. Sorry, I'm just so. My voice is going, man. I've been talking for 30 straight minutes. So, yeah. I'm so sorry. Beethoven. Really funny. It doesn't use base level humor like some others. It just uses real humor, like great humor. The characters are great. The kids act. All the actors are great. You really buy that family dynamic in this film. It's a great family watch. You should pick it up. I have 2 Beethoven films. I'm trying to get the second Beethoven film, but I haven't been able to find it since 2017. So yeah. Then Soccer Dog, the movie. Never watched the series. I have no idea how I got this. I have no idea how I got Hotel for Dogs. I just have no idea how I got some of these. Just like, hey, okay. But this one is the greatest mystery. I just saw soccer in it, and I'm like, yeah, a Soccer Dog. And it's kind of quirky, fun movie. Not so bad. Not so great. I mean, I just like it. It's just like this movie that I like a lot. Because soccer. It's the characters, are great in this film. They act like real people in this situation, kind of like. I think how they would act. Like, oh, it's a dog playing. Like, what? And then it's like it becomes an icon, and everyone just loves him. And the humor is great. Sometimes, I mean, not always, but sometimes. And just okay, it may be outlandish in some parts, but still great. Yeah, Soccer Dog. Second to last, horrible film. Mostly horrible film. Beethoven's Treasure Tale. I had so many expectations for this film, and it was just the most. I guess I wasn't the target audience. Even when I was 6, or like even when I was 7 or 8, this movie's like just for the lowest common denominator. 4-year-olds, 3-year-olds, just like the most weird film. The dog and the children, kind of, and this guy over here, don't know his name, don't remember it, is like one of the only good parts about it. It's kind of, some of the scenes are nice. Some of the jokes are, kind of good enough. The villain is just so weird. It's kind of stereotypical. And, his henchmen, like that person who just like messes up all the time, like, oh, bring me some coffee, and he's like, yes sir, yes, oh, and then it drops, and it's just like, you expect that to be funny, like that. There's this joke that Beethoven is in the car, and he starts like in the villain's car, because they just abducted him, or no, not just abducted, I mean, because Beethoven hopped on their car. They didn't know. I'm sorry. See, this movie is so forgettable. And so, maybe it's not forgettable. It's just not forgettable because it's so bad. And so, ooh, it's tough. Tough film. What was I gonna say? So in the scene, the Beethoven is in the car. They don't know that he's in the car, and he just starts farting like just ferociously. So, and then the main villain is like to the henchman, like, what? Stop farting in the car. Why are you farting? And the henchman's like, it's not me, sir. And just like that. Just like it keeps on farting. Then the henchman's like, last film, Hotel for Dogs. Kind of emotional. Not as emotional as I think they would have liked it to be. But, good enough. It is not bark out loud funny, like they say in the cover. It is just enough funny, The dogs are nice, the premise is nice, kind of, if you're a dog, if you like bad dog films, like I do, then you should watch this. I mean, I'm not that far. I don't go that far because I don't like this. It sucks. Worst ever dog film. But, I like, Beverly Hills Chihuahua and all that. And those are pretty Taco Bell ones. And pretty junk food ones. They're not good for you, but, you like them. I wanted to do this so long. Almost 40-minute video. It's a long video, really long. So bye bye, and long live Barcelona.